In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the Mortgage Ninja Calculator. Full disclosure, this is not to take place of any information given to you by your lender or in any of the disclosures. This is just a handy tool to keep track of everything that is required as far as closing costs, impound account, and your down payment. Let me show you how it works. So you're going to start over here and put your sale price in for any particular home that you're considering, or maybe you already have one in mind. Fill it in. Just going to put any figures in here, and then you're going to move over here to your down payment. Let's just say you're putting $50,000 down. You'll see it automatically calculates your loan amount. If you're going with an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, you'll get those figures from your lender, and you'll fill them in here, and then it'll total your loan amount here. If you hover over these little arrows throughout the spreadsheet, it'll show you exactly what they stand for. Now, you'll notice that your mortgage payment is not automatically calculated because it's all relative to your qualifying scenario for your particular file. So I suggest you get those figures from your lender and fill them in. Again, this is not relative to the sale price or loan amount. I'm just putting any figure in here just to show you demonstration purposes that it automatically calculates it once you get these figures. Once you get your homeowner's insurance figure, you'll fill that in, and if there's any HOA dues for that particular property, you fill that in, and it will calculate your mortgage payment. So now let's move over to the fees and the closing costs. The best way that I show my clients how to think about what is needed for closing is in 3 different columns. You have your closing costs, which is essentially services rendered on your behalf for the purchase, and your impound account, which is if you want to have escrows, so your property taxes and insurance is included in your mortgage payment. And even if you're not going to have an impound account, there are certain fees in here that you will be required to pay upfront. For instance, your homeowner's insurance for the entire year, or reimbursements to the seller, but we'll get back to that when we get to that section. And then your down payment. So you have 3 sections: closing costs, your impound account or escrows, and your down payment. So let's just show you an example here. So you'll get your lender fees, and this makes it very simple for you to compare fees for your lenders. And then you have your third-party fees, so you fill those in. As you get those fees, you're obviously going to have a home inspection. You'll fill that fee in, appraisal, any title and escrow fees if you're in an escrow state. I'm just going to put one lump sum in here. But you'll get all these fees from your lender once they receive it from your title or escrow company. And again, if you hover over the little arrows, it just gives a little brief description as to what those fees are. So once you fill in everything there, you'll see it will total all your closing costs here. And there's mandatory fees, and there's also optional fees if you want to pay points, so that will change depending on your particular scenario. Then you move over to your impound account and extras. Fill that in. You'll have interest for the month of closing, whatever your homeowner's insurance might be for the year, property taxes that you may put into your impound account. Again, I'm just putting any figure in here just for demonstration purposes. And then any reimbursements to the seller, maybe taxes they paid in advance, or water or sewer. You get the idea. And that totals it down here as well. 22,000, that means I put 20,000 in here. That should be 2,002. Make it a little bit more realistic there. Okay, so you have your total of your closing costs, your impound account, and your down payment. Now there may be items that you've already paid in advance, so you hover over the little paid section here, insert the amount of earnest money deposit you already paid on contract, which you will have done when you sign a contract. So let's put 5,000 in there. Paid, you pay your appraisal fee outside of closing. Some of these items are required to be paid in advance. Your home inspection fee you may have paid. So you see here is the total paid in advance. So your down payment, any money that you paid in advance, which will be deducted from this amount down here. So once you fill all that in, you'll have your sale price, your loan amount, your mortgage payment, and exactly how much you need at closing once it's all properly filled in. If you go to sheet 2, there's a little bit more of a detailed explanation as to what all the closing costs and the fees are. So as you can see, it's a handy little tool just to keep track of how much you're going to need for closing. I hope this tutorial was helpful, and I hope it helps you out. Visit themortgageninja.com for more information. Thank you for watching.